I know you. Once the baby comes home.
I don't know yet.
We're live, Roger. I will tell Facebook or GG.
Oh gosh, here we go. Hi, Facebook Live. I'm grandma, great grandma today, everybody. Derek, my grandson, had a baby. He is Noel Carter Kmetz, 6 pounds, 5 ounces, 17 inches long, and school board, and very healthy. Yeah, mom and baby and dad are all doing good. Grandpa's on his way over there now to take a look at his first grandson. So, yeah, it's an exciting night for the kids. Yeah.
That's gonna be a fun face.
Yeah, we can all talk about my family.
Yeah, why not?
We don't care.
Talk about us that way.
That's cool. We're good.
Well, I know to the beach, so it would be out. And I leave Friday.
Ah.
So we'll touch base with them and I will. How's that sound? Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm pulling on the state site. The driver boy.
How are you? Good to see that. I was thinking about
I was waiting for you to say that. You're so mad.
Legislation went through, but
Doesn't want to let me expand it.
I know that. Sorry, I texted my mother.
I got here at around
Mr. Davy,
3.
are you? Thanks.
It'll still be a executive session.
It'll probably hurt.
Well, as long as they have.
I doubt it.
Couple bucks?
yeah.
So I guess Derek's local, since you were just with the baby.
Yeah, he's over Conway.
Okay.
He lives over in Loxham.
Okay,
Well, actually Dale, he lives over in a really nice part of Dale.
good. Is he still at Boulevard?
No,
No.
he is at Hilltop Heights, Laurelwood.
Oh, okay.
He's working in the kitchen.
Oh, that's good. That's his niche, food service.
Like his
So,
dad.
yeah, good for him. That's really good.
Eric speaks very highly of you, Amy.
I mean, you were always his favorite, I told you that.
Yeah,
And I'm not lying, actually, if he's here, he can tell you.
yeah. We go back a lot of years,
Yeah.
a lot of years.
Hard to believe. My grandson.
You're a great GG.
I'm a great GG. I am gonna be a great GG too, just like I was a great grandma.
And a great mom.
Yeah.
And probably really a great mom to so many folks in our community that just, they don't have the support, they don't have someone, in their corner.
So many of the kids in the beginning came up to me and said to me, I don't have a grandma. Would you be my grandma?
Yeah,
You asked your mommy if it's okay. Now wherever I am, I hear Grandma Robin.
yeah, because, as families move and the transient nature of families, now oftentimes moms and kids move and extended family, the grandma's not across the street anymore and aunt and uncle isn't down on the next block. You know how Johnstown used to be a community of everybody just stayed.
It's sad to hear that the grandparents, group is,
Foster grandparents.
yeah, that's sad.
That was such a beautiful experience for our children, to your point, who didn't have a grandparent local to build a relationship with.
Now some of those kids are big, like I look at Mr. Rubin's kids, for example, they were so little when I first came into their lives.
Oh, of course.
Now,
Yeah, for sure. We'll get him a little one. Well, I guess you're there, but if you weren't, we could have got him like a little pack.
I know, huh?
Carry everything.
I saw that.
If you would want to attend this, just show up. There's no need to RSVP.
They won't tell us though. They won't tell us.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah, for sure.
They should have moved the blank ones. They should have put the old ones back.
Sorry. Keeping 15 extra minutes and I don't have to go back into the exam. It was worth it. It was worth
I did not.
Why is it the show?
You just listen to your mother, so don't never take candy from a dirty old man, right?
Tommy, how are you?
I'm crazy. Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Katie, how are you?
How are you?
Bob is a great grandma today.
We already saw all the pictures.
Congratulations. I'll tell you all about it when I get up. I'm gonna be good tonight.
You turned Trojan.
Please.
Any, as long as it's not like tournaments, so like the wrestling tournaments, like when the basketball team at the playoffs, you can't use it. Cause then that goes, but like the regular games. Right, yep. That's why, yeah, like.
Middle name, Noah Carter. Is that a family name, Noah Carter? Just, yeah.
If he would have been born yesterday, he would have been born on my husband's birthday. Bill would have been 74 yesterday, and we were gonna call him Noah Carter Alexander Kometz.
Oh, okay.
Alexander to honor my husband and honor his dad, Bill, my son. But he didn't make it. He was still cooking.
Mine was hoping different, but.
Oh, yeah, she's tired today. She was laboring for 28 hours.
Do we know, Mom?
Lisa.
Oh, I wonder what you were like giving me that. You good? So way in the back of that, she is the vice president of the Greater Johnson Education. And on computers, that's where you special education. Yeah.
Yes, that's.
46, 47, 45.
This is the one that can go for the soccer student. It's just showing you where it goes. You don't have to do anything with it. What we do have to adjust.
46,
is
47, 48.
No, just these two.
That's the membership.
Yeah, 46 and 47. These are addendum. So that's it. You got it. I believe so.
I'd like to call to order the special meeting of the Greater Johnstown School Board. If you want to participate in the opening prayer and a pledge of allegiance. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done,
on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and glory forever. Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Debbie, I'd like to have a roll call.
Mr. Allen,
Here.
Mr. Belsky,
Here.
Mr. Davy,
Here.
Mr. Jordan,
Here.
Mr. McKessie Gazil, Mrs. Murray. Here. Mr. Pence.
Here.
Mr. Rumsberg.
Here.
Ms. Foggy.
Here.
8 members present, 1 absent.
We have one.
Well, I don't know. Dr. Carey, the one presentation we have.
Yes, I'd like to welcome our friends from Cambria County Child Development Corporation. We have the Executive Director, Ms. Chris Bachman. We have our leading lady who is behind the scenes taking care of all the stuff, Cindy Leach, and our lead head teacher, Jessica Nickel. And they're here to talk to you about the move of our preschool program, its new location, and just a little bit about how everything is going on their end with the change. So you're free to stay there, ladies. You can come to the lectern, the podium, whatever works for you. It's summer after all. We don't have to be as formal.
Let's stay right here.
Perfect.
So we had to move our preschool. We were at 413 Power Street, and now we're at 417 Power Street. The contract that we were offered just wasn't affordable under the grant that we have. So it took a village. We found this out in May, and thanks to Amy and Ms. Paul and Mike, there was a team and everyone that was involved that we found a new place. And Frank Janakovic came through with a place on Power Street, the ACRP building. We went in there and we knew that would be our new home. The classrooms were big enough. The ACRP staff was very friendly. Frank was just so welcoming. So we started the process of moving. This was in May. We are moved in right now. It took a village for that too. We had Tony Penna and the football team and his whole crew help us. Ben Woods, one of your former students, came and helped paint for us. Mike, Cook from Insure. I call him Mike from Insure.
That's what we call them too.
There were a lot of people that just came and just helped. It was a team effort. And we are moved in. We're in the process of getting our license renewed. So we will be a few doors down. And actually today, you received how many applications? You had a couple.
4 just today alone. So
Yeah, just today.
and we're spreading that we moved and they're coming to the right door and everything, so it's working out.
And Cindy, of course, is at the helm, like Amy said, and she knows everything that's going around, putting it all together. And Jess is down there meeting with everybody. So we had a lot of people, a lot of staff. So I just want to thank everyone for that and welcome to our new home. And you're welcome to visit anytime.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I think one thing that I think is very important to mention is that there was some confusion that there would not be any play area for the children of the preschool, because the preschool is going to be partially located on the first floor with the office, classroom, conference space, second floor for some of our helpers, communities in schools, social workers, those kind of folks. And then the third and fourth floor is where we will be predominantly located with classrooms. But the neat thing about that school is that half of that fourth floor is an entire gymnasium. So in inclement weather, we have an even better setup for our 3 and 4-year-old children. They'll be able to run and play and scream and yell and do all of that, those gross motor activities every single day now that we have a full gymnasium at our disposal. So, I want people to know that that was very important to make sure we had a good place for the students. So, yeah, so thank you.
Engagement events will be held up there.
Yeah, there's a stage, so we can have all of our graduations and Christmas musicals and
Right.
and all of that. So, Josh Byers, we are hopeful that with your presence here today, you would make it a point to let our community know that the preschool is still in Cranberry City, just a few doors down. We're not skipping a beat. We'll have as many young learners in the preschool as we always have, getting them ready for their time with us at the elementary school. So, okay, thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Josh.
All right, we do have a change to the agenda that we might want to address before we get to the hearing of citizens. We have an addendum.
Yeah, we need a motion to approve the addendum of PN 4725.
Thanks, ladies. Thank you.
Can I say it again? Yeah, approve of the agenda, PN 4725.
So moved.
So moved by Tom, second by Kim. Any questions? All in favor?
We're gonna just have to read them.
We'll just have- We'll have an addendum to personnel negotiations. We added 2 items. PN 4625 is the resignation of Derek Callahan, physical education teacher at the elementary school, effective immediately. It's accepted and we'll be advertising, posting the vacancy as necessary. And then PN 4725, we just received this sabbatical request today, that the sabbatical and compensated professional leave request for employee number 2374, effective during the first semester of the 25-26 school year, returning to work on the first day of the second semester, be approved.
Thank you, Dr.
You're
Terrio.
welcome.
Now we go to the hearing of citizens. Yeah, we get a motion. Oh, yeah.
It's the summer. Yeah.
You know, those goofy clips. Now go to the hearing of citizens. You don't have that thing.
I just did mine.
No, no swearing and all that stuff. They know. You guys already know the rules. John.
Good afternoon. Good seeing you all in July. A very special thank you to the school board for helping us with Johnstown Pride. Director Alex spent about 10 hours helping us decorate. I see you were there. Several of you came to the event. Hopefully we get you next year. Several questions and comments. BO 225, you're spending $42,000 on repairs to Trojan Stadium. Save me right to know requests. What are you doing? What's getting fixed? What's getting updated? I see E825, you're spending $370,000 for an expansion contract for the Park Ave School. I'm curious, you don't own the building. I believe you rent for about $1,000 a month. What are you spending almost $400,000 for on a building you don't own? That's a lot of money. So I'm curious what the contract is. And I don't want to have to waste anyone's time with it, right? So just tell me, what are you doing with it? Why are you spending it? And why is that, you don't own the building? I saw a thing 3121 about abandonment of a position being terminated. How long do you have to be not showing up to work before you get terminated? I mean, I don't care who it is. I'm just curious why it was on the agenda because I saw it and I thought it was interesting to comment on. I'm very conflicted about the superintendent's contract. I'll be honest with you. It's the devil I know. No offense. I'm the devil you know. Why didn't you do a search for a new superintendent? You've been at the job now for, I believe, 8 or 9 years. You're getting another 1-year contract. I've heard the rumors about negotiations for one staff to get a higher pay rate for you to get the 1-year contract and all the BS. Why are you not doing a search after all these years? You're gonna hire the same person, shouldn't you open it up to other people? And I'd like to know why, because like I said, Amy, the devil I know, and I'm the devil you know, but you know. Lastly, a major complaint, I've heard from some of the staff who are afraid to talk to you. You gave a pay raise from $10 to $12 an hour for your paraprofessionals, excuse me. You're not giving them unemployment on the summer when you're not employing them. How can you say you care about your workers who are so lowly paid and then turn around and deny them unemployment when you're not giving them hours and you want to retain them for the fall? You have somewhere in the city of all these other programs and you're gonna employ people at such a low salary but not pay them for 3 months out of the year. Don't you owe them unemployment? From what I'm told, you all have to make the decision. It's not the unemployment board, it's the school district. So why are you not approving them benefits if you're not gonna pay them for 3.5 months? And this is a big deal. You don't pay these people a lot of money. You're paying them now $12 an hour. They're barely surviving 12 months out of the year on their salary. You approve them to get paid over Christmas. Why are you not approving them to get paid in the summer when they need it the most? Would any of you take a job like that? The answer is no. I couldn't see any one of you doing that. So please reconsider what you're doing, and if you think about it, putting it on the agenda to pay these people at least their unemployment for the summer, because none of you would take a job where you weren't paid for 3 months at such a low wage. Would you? I mean, I wouldn't. I don't think any of you would either. So if you could please address those issues, especially the unemployment issue, I'd appreciate it. Because unless I'm wrong, Mr. Repick, I believe it's the school district that has jurisdiction over that issue with the pay. And if you have that jurisdiction, why aren't you paying these people? It's a couple $100 a week. Don't they deserve a paycheck when you're not employing them? Think about it. Thank you.
Can I comment real quick on that? Yes, they do work 9 months. A lot of people do want to work just 9 months. There are some people that don't want 12 months. And they do get full benefits for 12 months. They don't just get 9-month benefits. They get 12-month benefits as far as hospitalization. So just saying that. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. I'm gonna be nice tonight. It's been an exciting few days in the Kometz house. I am now great-grandmother Robin. I'm gonna be called Gigi because of great-grandmother. I thought that was kind of cute. I don't know. But anyway, Noah Carter Kometz arrived today at about 1:37 this afternoon after 28.5 hours of hard labor for mom. He is 6 pounds, 5 ounces, 17.5 inches long, and he's beautiful. He's got a big head full of hair, just like Derek did when he was little, just like my husband, just like his dad did when he was born. We're just so excited. Mom and dad and baby are all doing really well. Noah may have to go into the NICU unit for a couple of days because he's so small, and he's taking a concentrated formula to now build him up a little bit. He didn't tolerate the first feeding too well. I was there, and he was spitting it up, so that may happen, it may not, but other than that, we're fine. We're just so excited. I only wish my husband was here to enjoy being whatever he wanted to be. I would be Gigi. I don't know what Bill would be, but he'd figure out something, but he's smiling down on us. I know he is. So yeah, that's the Kometz news for today. And I have some of the same concerns that John does about what's happening on this agenda. Again, $370,000 is a lot of money to put into Garfield. I do believe you all around this table, maybe except for Mr. Jordan, must have a few regrets as to actually when we closed Garfield, because now we've got to, we want to reopen it and put some money in there. But I do know as a parent who's been in your schools with all of the Kometz kids, you do need space. And I've talked to a lot of teachers since the last school board meeting, and everybody is in the same consensus. We need more room, more space, and I'm all about that. Kids have to grow and learn and play, and that's what they do. So thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. So see, Mr. Jordan, I can be really nice.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. You've seen it now twice, I think.
That's
So
right.
there you go.
Twice. Twice in how long?
Yeah, hey.
We don't have
we don't have no executive session. I just needed a motion for the approve a minute of the special board meeting on June 5th, 2025. I need a motion.
Motion.
Was that, Tony, second by Michael? Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
And now, Village and Operation Committee meeting on June 10th, 2025. I need a motion for that one.
Motion.
Motion
Second.
Kimberly, second, Tom. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. You do a roll call for that one? Okay. Roll call.
Mr. Allen,
Here. Yes.
Mr. Belsky,
Yes.
Mr. Davy,
Yes.
Mr. Jordan,
Abstain?
Mrs. Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Pence,
Yes.
Mr. Romsberg,
Yes.
Ms. Foggy.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. On President report, I just hope everyone has a good summer. And when you're at home, say a prayer for all the kids down in Texas. Okay. Superintendent's report?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Pence. So I will start with recognizing the administrative team for the hard work that they've put into making our summer program such a success, from extended school year for our most special learners to Trojan Summer Academy for our middle schoolers who needed some extra support, as well as to our high school students who are still showing up at the high school daily with support from admin and teachers to recoup some of the credits that they need to keep them on the graduation trajectory. So a lot of hard work goes on preparing for the summer, and I can tell you, a lot of school districts around us, summer is the time to just kick back and catch your breath, but that definitely isn't the case here through, your work as the board and the work of our folks, just keeping summer programming going for our students. So they have a place to be, they have learning, they have meals, they have safety, and they're continuing to build those great relationships with our folks. So oftentimes those relationships, John, to your question, are built with our paraprofessionals who continue to work over the summer and work extended school year, work at Summer in the City, work at Trojan Summer Academy, also work at Credit Recovery. So a lot of our paraeducators who want to continue being employed over the summer have ample opportunities to continue their employment with us through our summer programming. So I just wanted to make sure, I spoke to you about that. The second thing is I would like to talk about your second question, John, regarding the superintendent contract. I wanted to just take a moment to thank the board of directors. I appreciate the 1-year extension on my current contract. That 1-year extension allows me to retire officially from the school district on June 30th, 2027. So I appreciate the 1-year extension. That brings me to retirement. I wrote down a couple remarks because I think I could get, I will. I'm incredibly proud of what we have accomplished. Nope, from academic achievements and innovative programming to expanded support services and strengthened partnerships. These milestones are really a testament to the collective effort and unwavering commitment to our mission of providing a high-quality education for every student. So as I prepare for this next chapter, please know that my decision to retire definitely comes with a sense of peace and fulfillment. I really have confidence in the continued strength of our leadership team and the resilience of our school community. I will remain available to support a very smooth transition and ensure that the district's continued momentum continues. So, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will continue to be here through the next 2 years working to make the district an even better place, continue to work on partnerships and a wonderful educational experience for our children. So, so that addresses the superintendent's contract with the 1-year extension. As far as ESS contract services at the Park Avenue School, that is support services, personnel, not anything that will happen to the building. It's adding additional behavioral support personnel as well as a mental health clinician to meet the needs of the students who are both in the choice program as well as the alternative education program. We were sharing services, taking some folks from the high school to go over and just piecemealing those services. We didn't have full-time personnel. So the ESS contract, Effective School Solutions, will just continue to add to the ESS contracts that we currently have in place at our elementary school and our middle school, working very well to support children. And most importantly, keeping our children here. Before that, Tier 3 support for our students, oftentimes we had to secure out-of-district placement for our children, and they were taken away from their school, their community, and most importantly, their friends and their teachers. So Effective School Solutions does a very nice job giving those children that additional support that they need. So what is a good thing and has been a good thing over the past couple of years at the elementary and middle school will now be a part of our Park Avenue School experience for our children as well. So that is the ESS contract. The $42,000 in repairs to Trojan Stadium, the press boxes are leaking. It's just wear and tear, Pennsylvania winters. You know, we just have to keep up with our facilities and repair them so they don't fall apart and we can continue to utilize them. So that's what that repair is for. As far as abandonment, when you abandon your job, we replace you as soon as we can. So that's just how that works. So there's no one who abandons a job for days or weeks or months, and we keep them on the payroll. The day they don't show up is the day we stop paying them. And Mrs. Komet, I hope you would consider a gift from us. We know that lap time for children with their parents, reading a great book really fosters a love of reading, early literature exposure, language development, all of those good things. So before you leave here today, we have a number of books that I'd like to give to you, to give to Derek, and hopefully, you know, he'll spend Noah will spend some time on Derek's lap and his mom's lap being read to and giving him that early gift of literacy.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. And that concludes my report.
Can I make another comment? As far as Dr. Arcurio, we agreed, we disagreed, but I know one thing for sure. She put her heart and soul into this district. I know that for sure. She worked very hard, and we're going to miss her. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Or you're not going to miss me for till June of 2027.
Well.
Okay. I know, I do.
It'll go fast.
It will go fast. So thank you. I appreciate those kind words. Mr. Pence?
Yeah. Board Secretary report?
The following executive sessions were held June 10th from 4:30 to 5:40, contractual matter regarding a contracted employee. Prior to this meeting, from 2:30 to 3:40, personnel matter regarding candidates for the positions listed on the agenda, purchasing property, contractual matter regarding a contracted employee. And that concludes my report, Mr. President.
Thank you, Debbie. Ron, solicitor's report?
Thank you, Mr. President. Just two pieces, both I kind of want to reiterate what the board said. Thank yous, first to Dr. Arcurio. First, you have quite a lot of board meetings left, just for what it's worth. But I do want to say, we tout this, we go to different conferences. The average tenure of a superintendent in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is 3 years or less in the same district. So it is, a momentous occasion to say when you have somebody in a place for so long and able to accomplish those, things that you've been able to accomplish. It is a great accolade. So I do want to thank you for the opportunity to work together. Again, we still have a lot of board meetings left for what it's worth, but, I want to take that opportunity to thank you. And like I said, you've been in the position, 7-8 years at that point. So, you've quadrupled what, most superintendents are able to make. And I also want to say thank you to the Association of Teachers. I see Ms. Lively back there. We've been working closely with them on cyber education and kind of looking at that from a different lens. And I have to thank because, I say this and I do say this, I only put together the legal requirements. It's the administration, and I see everybody there that really had a hand in trying to formulate that. I know, Dina, Mike, a couple other individuals, high school administration, middle school administration really helped in doing that. And then the association was phenomenal in just bringing a lot of ideas, and this board bringing a lot of ideas different. They're the experts. All I do is put it down into a legal format that we can accept. So that is on the agenda. And again, I appreciate working with the association, working with the UNICEF representative over there. They've been wonderful with Ms. Ford and Ms. Lately. So I do want to share that. Thank you. That's it, Mr. President. Thank you.
Okay, Ron. Now we go to the reports of the resolution of the standing committee. Athletics, AS 125 to AS 425. I need a motion.
Motion.
Motion by Michael, second.
Second.
By Bruce. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Michael, Budget and Finance Committee.
BF 125.
Motion.
Motion.
By Bruce, second.
Second.
By Tom. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Randy, Building and Operation Committee.
BO 125, BO 225.
Motion.
Motion.
By Michael, second.
Second.
By Kimberly. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Passed. Well, there's cafeteria, Tom, we don't have to do anything.
Nope.
Tony, education.
Education, E-1-25 through E-8-25.
Motion.
Motion.
Motion, Kelly, second, Michael, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Kimberly, personnel negotiations.
Okay, PN 125, that Daniel Hardison be appointed to the position of Assistant Principal at Johnstown Elementary School with all contingencies listed at a salary of $78,000.
Motion.
Motion.
Motion by Michael, second by Tom, any questions? All in favor?
Object. I object.
Then we'll go do a roll call.
Mr. Belsky,
Yes.
Mr. Dady,
Yes.
Mr. Jordan,
Yes.
Mrs. Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Pence,
Yes.
Mr. Rumsberg,
Yes.
Ms. Foggy,
No.
Mr. Allen.
Yes.
Motion passes.
PN 225, we're going to table.
Motion
Motion.
by Michael, second.
Second.
Bruce, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 3 and PN 425.
Motion.
Motion.
Motion by Tony, second by Bruce. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay, PN 525, that Amy Oswald be appointed to the position of 5th grade teacher at Johnstown Middle School at Master's Step 14 with all contingencies as listed.
Motion.
Motion.
Michael, second.
Second.
Tom, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 625, that Janice Hill be appointed to the position of 6th grade teacher at Johnstown Middle School with all contingencies as listed at a Master's Step 9.
Motion.
Motion.
Tony, second.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
PN 725, that Ariana Goodyear be appointed to the position of 7th grade math teacher at Johnstown Middle School with all contingencies as listed.
Motion.
Motion.
Tony, second by Bruce. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
PN 825,
Motion.
Motion.
Bruce, second.
Second.
And Michael, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 925, that Brianna Shipley be appointed to the position of English teacher at Johnstown High School with all contingencies as listed.
Motion.
Motion.
Michael, any, second.
Second.
Tony, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
P and 1025 are going to table.
I need a motion.
Motion.
Motion, Tom, second.
Second.
Bruce, any questions? All in favor? Passed.
P and 1125 are going to table.
Motion,
Motion.
Michael, second.
Second.
Bruce, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
P and 1225 that Ashley Goliath be appointed to the position of itinerant speech and language teacher, Johnson Elementary, Middle, and High School, with all contingencies as listed at step 12 masters.
Motion,
Motion.
Randy, second.
Second.
Tom, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
P and 1325 that Heather Daniels be appointed to the long-term substitute position of itinerant speech and language teacher, Johnson Elementary, Middle, and High School, with all contingencies as listed.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Michael, second. Randy, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
P and 1425 that Nicole Berlick be appointed to the position of school counselor at Johnson High School, with all contingencies as listed.
Motion.
Motion.
Randy, second. Tony, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
P and 1525
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Bruce, second by Randy. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
P and 1625 that Stephanie Hoover be appointed to the position of math teacher at Johnson High School, with all contingencies as listed at step 13 masters.
Motion.
Motion.
Motion by Tom, second. Michael, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
Question, Mr. Pence, if you bring something back to the table, don't you have to vote on it after it's off the table? If you bring something back to the table, don't you have to vote on it after you bring it back? I'm just a little confused on
He
protocol.
did. 333 is the next motion. The mathematics is the tabled one. They brought it back as PN 16. It's the
Okay,
mathematics position.
thank you.
P and 1725 that Samuel DeAngelis be appointed to the position of welding teacher at Johnson High School, with all contingencies as listed.
Motion.
Motion.
Motion. Tony, second. Michael, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
P and 1825 that Suzanne Hunt be appointed to the long-term substitute position of business computer information technology teacher at Johnson High School, with all contingencies as listed.
Motion.
Motion.
Bruce,
Second.
second by Tom. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
P and 1925
Motion
Motion.
by Randy, second by Michael. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
P and 2025 that Jennifer Borowski be appointed to the position of special education, learning support, emotional support, autistic support at Johnson High School, with all contingencies as listed at step 8 masters.
Motion.
Motion.
By Bruce, second by Michael. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
P and 2125 that Francine Cashall be appointed to the position of floating substitute teacher at Johnson Elementary School, with all contingencies as listed.
Motion.
Motion.
Bruce, second.
Second.
Tony, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
P and 2225 that Erica Strand be appointed to the position of floating substitute teacher at Johnson Elementary School, with all contingencies as listed.
Motion.
Motion.
Bruce, second. Michael, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
P and 2325 that Nancy Berkey be appointed to the position of floating substitute teacher at Johnson High School, with all contingencies as listed.
Motion
Motion.
by Bruce, second.
Second.
Tony, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
P and 2425 that Claire Ash be appointed to the position of floating substitute teacher at Johnson High School, with all contingencies as listed.
Motion.
Motion.
Motion Bruce, second.
Second.
Tom, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
P and 2525 that Michelle Bills be appointed to the position of floating substitute teacher at Johnson High School, with all contingencies as listed.
Motion.
Motion.
Michael, second.
Second.
Tony, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
P and 2625.
Motion.
Motion.
Randy, second.
Second.
Tony, any questions? All in favor? Aye. Against? Motion passed.
P and 2725 that the following individuals be appointed to the supplemental positions, with all contingencies as listed. Football varsity assistant coach Quintine Robinson.
Motion.
Oh, can you go to Hoy's down there? Go to soccer?
Go the whole way down first?
Yeah.
Okay, soccer,
Sean Pringle and Jocelyn Yonkins. Volleyball, Ajiana Kasich. Wrestling, Quintine Robinson. Track, Chuck Wyatt. Alquan Williams. Maria Markley. The varsity coach, we're going to table. Tim Odom, Kevin Reed, and Megan Gamber.
Motion.
All right, there's one more.
Which one?
Cheyenne Mays for musical.
Oh, okay. Motion
Motion.
by Bruce, second by Michael. Any questions? All in favor? Motion passed. Okay, we need a motion to the table Johnstown High School varsity assistant coach.
Motion.
Motion by Bruce, second by Tom. Any questions? All in favor? Motion passes.
Okay, PN 2825 to PN 3225.
I need a motion
Motion.
by Michael, second
Second.
by Bruce. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 3325, we're going to table.
I need a motion to table. Motion Randy, second by Kim.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 3425, that Jalen Burkhart be appointed to the position of 10-month secretary at Johnstown Elementary School with all contingencies as listed.
I need a motion.
Motion.
Motion Tom, second
Second.
by Randy. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 35 and 36.
Motion
Motion.
by Randy, second
Second.
by Bruce. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 3725, that Carly Hasselrig be appointed to the position of paraprofessional, special education, regular education, personal care assistant at Johnstown Middle School with all contingencies as listed.
Motion
Motion.
Tom, second
Second.
Bruce. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
PN 38, we're going to table.
I need a motion to table.
Motion.
Second.
Tom, second Randy. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 39, 40, and 41.
I need a motion.
Motion.
Randy, second.
Second.
Bruce, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 4225, that Natalie Weismer be appointed to the grant-funded position of school-based social worker at a prorated salary of $48,000 with all contingencies as listed.
Motion.
Motion.
Motion by Tony, second.
Second.
By Michael, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
PN 43, 44, and 43.
43 needs a roll call.
Okay, I'm sorry, PN 43.
I need a motion.
Motion.
Motion by
Second,
Michael, second.
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 Kimberly, any questions? Roll call.
Mr. Davy,
Abstain.
Mr. Jordan,
Yes.
Mrs. Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Pence,
Yes.
Mr. Rumsberg,
Yes.
Ms. Foggy,
No.
Mr. Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Belsky.
Yes.
Motion passes. Okay, PN 44 and PN 45.
Motion
Motion.
by Tony, second.
Second.
Michael, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 4625, that the resignation of Derek Callahan, physical education teacher at Johnstown Elementary School, effective immediately, be accepted and the administration be authorized to post and, if necessary, advertise the vacancy.
The motion
Motion.
by Tom, second. Kimberly, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
PN 4725, that the sabbatical and compensated professional leave request from employee number 2374, effective during the first semester of the 2025-2026 school year, returning to work on the first day of the second semester, be approved.
Motion.
Motion.
Tom, second.
Second.
Kim, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Motion for adjournment.
Motion.
Motion Tom,
Second.
second by Bruce. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Couldn't hear the name of one of you.
Okay.
Rained out maybe.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, this?
Congrats, Tom.
Oh, for the animal part. Thank you very much. And at 75.
Oh, for the, yes. JJ or, last year they waited until the end of August.
Yeah, like where they're putting a Christmas tree.
You know, they could contact.
I know.